What are those lights way up there?
Well, those are the lights of Longmont.
Then what are those lights down there?
That's Louisville. See those lights to the right? That's Lafayette. And all that darkness in between is farms and open space.
Really? Open space?
Yeah. Isn't that great?
You can't escape the colors of Boulder County. Grassy fields offer us every hue of green and gold, and lakes shimmer blue and silver. In the winter, all turns to snowy expanses of white. And at night, a deep darkness falls between Boulder County cities. It's open space, the undeveloped, preserved land that keeps cities and towns from spilling into each other. It gives our eyes something to feast upon, connects us with nature, and reminds us of our origins and life's simpler pleasures. Boulder County Open Space is a great tapestry of all the diverse and distinctive natural environments that surround us, bought and maintained with public funds. Some Boulder County Open Space is made up of huge reserves of land in the forested mountains or the rocky foothills, land that provides critical habitat for wildlife, land that renews your spirit. Other Boulder County open space reaches out across the prairie, carpeted with grasslands and dotted with ponds and marshes that attract anglers, as well as migratory birds and other wildlife. People have lived on these lands for more than 5,000 years, and Boulder County Open Space shelters important archaeological sites, such as campsites of the ancient Arapaho and Cheyenne tribes who wintered on the plains. In 1858, the Colorado Gold Rush drew thousands to mountain camps with the promise of fortunes. But when the boom times passed, those who stayed turned to what they knew, farming. Today, as the technology rush draws in a new wave of Boulder County settlers, Boulder County Open Space preserves pieces of our past, gives us plenty of places to enjoy nature, and ensures that wildlife habitat and agriculture won't be gobbled up by tract housing, strip malls, and prairie palaces. Boulder County Open Space is a public treasure for county residents to enjoy today and to leave as a legacy for future generations. Without the vision of thousands of Boulder County residents of the past generation, this land probably wouldn't be open space today, and Boulder County would be a very different place. Boulder County got its first sizable piece of open space in 1972. The 108-acre Bald Mountain Scenic Area. Between 1972 and 1992, Boulder County amassed 16,000 acres of open space through outright purchases, conservation easement purchases, dedications, and donations. During that time, a grassroots group worked to identify Boulder County open spaces worth preserving. Ultimately, they wanted to develop a long-term source of stable funding that would be used to buy those properties. In 1993, on the third try, Boulder County voters approved a sales tax dedicated to open space preservation. Now, Boulder County owns and manages nearly 60,000 acres of open space. The city of Boulder first passed a dedicated open space tax in 1967, and the concept has caught on in other communities as well. Citizens in Louisville, Lafayette, Gun Barrel, Broomfield, and Longmont have voted to tax themselves for open space preservation. These communities and others, such as Lyons, Nederland, and Ward, have leveraged their open space dollars by partnering with the county on open space purchases.
In the beginning of the open space program, everyone thought we were crazy, or at least dreamers. We were both. We had one staff person and a lot of very energetic volunteers. We didn't have any money, and we worked as we did a lot of the research. We created a map after a survey of the open space that we'd like to have, and hoped that someday our dream would come true. And after many years, it did. It took a lot of people and many, many volunteers, and now a really great staff. I'm so proud of the program that Boulder County has now.
When the county acquires land for open space, the area is carefully inventoried, and great thought is given to how the land can be sustained for the rest of time.
In developing a management plan, what we're trying to do is find out the best areas for the animals and the plants that are here, the areas that are most significant for, say, sensitive species, and then we're trying to find areas that are more suitable for people to go into. And based on the mapping of all those resources, we find areas that, in the end, are most appropriate for placing our trails. And we'll look at rare plants and significant plant communities. We look at certainly animals, everything from butterflies to birds to bighorn sheep. The western edge of Hall Ranch is important for bighorn sheep. And so we were trying to make sure in laying out our trail system that we have less impact and maybe fewer people going into the western area. And so with that, we tried to say, okay, you know, mountain bikes can be in the center and there'll be a lot of people there. But maybe we only want foot traffic going into the western portion of a Hall Ranch where we have bighorn sheep. And so we end up having fewer people and fewer impact. In the end, we end up mapping all these resources, both the plant and the animal resources. And then we start overlaying those maps, and we start coming up with areas that really look real significant. Corona Hill on the Hall Ranch was one area where we had very, very good plant associations. We have eagles, nesting prairie falcons. We also have a prairie dog colony where the eagles spend an awful lot of time feeding. And so, you know, that really popped up as a real significant conservation area. So in the end, you know, we end up coming up with areas that are mapped as conservation areas that we want to direct people basically away from with our trail system. And then we end up with other areas that are a lot more suitable for people to go into and still enjoy all the wonderful scenery, and they're able to see some of the wildlife here.
Boulder County's North Foothills open space sweeps from the mountains to the plains and provides important wildlife habitat, including an elk migration corridor.
We have a unique elk herd here. At least that's what we've learned. We suspected it before, but we have a herd that actually winters on the plains and in the foothills and migrates all the way up to the alpine areas. And it's a seasonal annual migration, and it's probably the last herd in Colorado that annually goes from the plains all the way up to the alpine area. And the way we learned this is by putting some radio collars on these elk. And it was a joint project, a partnership between Boulder County Parks and Open Space and the Colorado Division of Wildlife. Probably neither agency could afford to do that on their own, especially time-wise, with tracking these elk. So in 1996 and 97, we caught 10 cow elk and we put radio collars on them. And we've relocated these elk every 2 weeks, and in calving season actually every week, to get locations and just see where they were and what kind of habitat they're using and what time of the year. We also wanted to use this information, especially Boulder County Parks and Open Space, for planning recreation, both timing and location of recreation on Hyle Ranch, because we got this information pre-opening and pre-designing of the trails on Hyle Ranch. And so that information will be used for that.
When Boulder County acquires farmland, Either by buying the land or negotiating a conservation easement, it leases the land back to farmers and gives them alternatives to selling their land for development.
My grandparents settled in the St. Vrain Valley area in 1917 and have been in this area south of Longmont ever since. And my father's been farming here, and I've been farming here since 1980. We've certainly seen a lot of changes. Land values increased dramatically, where it's forced a lot of farms and farm families to sell to development, and for this reason, the opportunities with the open space to preserve the land and have alternatives to development has been a wonderful thing for our family, and we hope to be here for years to come because of these opportunities.
Other acquisitions are virtual reclamation projects. Walden Ponds, for example, was a county gravel pit, first mined in 1958. Stripped to bedrock over 20 years, only open pits and puddles of groundwater remained. But since then, the mine has been crafted into ponds and marshes that attract more than a dozen species of water birds, from great blue herons to American avocets. County open space isn't just for plants and wildlife, it's for people. Many of our open space areas offer great places to hike, ride horses, ride mountain bikes, and fish. Many people also enjoy nature study, bird watching, and photography on county open space areas.
You know the great thing about Boulder County open space? It's all the different opportunities that you have. I can ride my bike, go for a hike, even walk my dog out on the multi-use trails, or go for a picnic, maybe go fishing. There's just so many different things to do, and the scenery, it's fantastic. This is what I really enjoy about Boulder County.
Dozens of county employees, including biologists, ecologists, foresters, and construction and maintenance crews, along with hundreds of volunteers, work to preserve and learn from open space. Boulder County Parks and Open Space employees use a variety of tools to take care of the forests. Agricultural managers use mowing, grazing, and even bugs to control invasive weeds and foster native plant growth. Volunteers help build trails, work as park hosts, count wildlife, wrestle with policy decisions, and educate the public about Boulder County's open space treasures. "25 years after it began, Boulder County's Open Space Department continues to acquire open land and preserve it for the future. Not only are Boulder County residents saving undeveloped land today, they are preserving its history and its wildness for generations to come.